Markets are down, but memes are holding up. The irony, of course, is that the Fed and all the Fed governors
publicly said they were selling all their stock.
Let's check them out. FTX losing $1 billion of client funds. Yeah. Senators calling for the FTC to investigate Twitter. The two rhinos is right behind this guy, but they're all looking the other way at Twitter. This FTX thing really has to become a major scandal. I'm still surprised it's not worse already. Live view of Cathie Wood and ARK sending the open letter to the Fed. I am once again asking you to stop raising interest rates. Cathie clearly has our best interest at heart, and she's just so insincere. And that's what
nice.
But really, Cathie actually only cares about Cathie, and she's put all her money into very high multiple stocks whose value is actually being crushed by increasing interest rates. The reason the value of those stocks is going down is people use interest rates as the denominator in a discounted cash flow analysis, which is how you value stocks that aren't profitable today, but promise big profits in the future. And when there's a big profit in the future promised, if you discount that very rapidly using high interest rates, it becomes a small value. When you're trying to figure out which coin can make you millions overnight so you don't have to go to work tomorrow, nothing's cuter than a little dog in a suit. The whole FTX Sam Bankman-Fried thing shows you that there's fraud at every level, really, of the marketing of these coins. You know, many of these coins have a value, but it turns out that the value of that coin is based on a very small number of the coins changing hands, often in a non-arm's length transaction. In other words, I take a coin out of my pocket, I sell it to myself at a price, and then I've established the price of the coins, and I happen to have 1 million or 1 billion of them somewhere. So therefore, there's $1 billion of market cap for this coin.
That's a scam.
The team to lose my money. Madoff and SBF, I think, are the great financial criminals of the last 50 years. And it's gone. And that's exactly what happened. Adam Neumann is the guy who started WeWork, and he took, I think, billions of dollars from Mayoshi-san of SoftBank. Mayoshi-san would say to him,
"You've got to be even more crazy.
Even wilder ideas is what I want." And he came up with pretty wild ideas, how WeWork was going to completely change the world, even though it was just subletting real estate. And at the lowest level, we have Ponzi, the famous Ponzi from, I think, 100 years ago, who invented the Ponzi scheme. USD in 2022, after people have been yelling, "Cash is trash," for the last 5 years. And I took that personally. The greatest player of all time, in his video, The Last Dance, talked about how when people taunted him, he found the motivation to just crush them. If you think that the dollar is Michael Jordan, and it is sort of the Michael Jordan of currencies, you know, there is no currency in the world that compares to the US dollar. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. And when interest rates were low and you could get no return on cash, Ray Dalio and many others said cash is trash, meaning it's dead money. You won't make any money at all with cash. People said it a lot, and then boom, the Fed turns around and takes interest rates from 0 to 4 or 5%, and cash is the best place to be. Current status of the real estate market. We'd really like to see something a little less expensive. Okay, I can show you this house again tomorrow. Yes, real estate prices are crashing. Interest rates keep going up. The amount of money that a given amount of income will support in a loan goes down, and housing prices go down. The same house can be worth less tomorrow. Inflation, my portfolio. I don't know if women will understand this exactly, what it's like to be. There's no escaping it. You know, inflation hits everything except cash. If you're all cash, then, you know, you'll brush off the hit. You were wearing a cup or something. Long-term sustainable investing through financial planning. Next hot stock. Hot stock is a story stock. It's a stock when someone says to you, buy this because X, Y, and Z, which means boom, this stock is going to make a lot of money and you're going to make quick, easy money. That's an almost irresistible call to most investors. It's very hard to resist all that and say, you know what, I'm going to stick to
dollar cost averaging into index funds.
Market, Anakin says, has rallied 17% since the bottom. That's pretty good. So you're up, right? Says Amidala. You are up, right? Of course he's not up. The market is down like 20% over the course of the year. Getting in at the bottom is almost statistically impossible. It's very hard to find the bottom. Everyone's saying this is a bottom, that's a bottom. They're often not a bottom. Stop giving me your toughest battles, the Lord. You literally just have to stop drawing imaginary lines on stock charts all day long. Technical analysis, that's just astrology, they say, astrology for dudes. If it worked, everyone would be doing it, and then by definition, it wouldn't work. The evolution of the trash icon, 1995, 1998, 2000, getting better and better. Then in 2022, it's the Fed. Everyone blames the Fed for everything. The Fed had to raise rates this year. No one's happy. The Fed took away the punch bowl. Personally think the Fed is not trash. The Fed is safeguarding the dollar, and we're all going to be fine thanks to this, painful year we've suffered through. The irony, of course, is that the Fed and all the Fed governors publicly said they were selling all their stocks in November of 2021 to avoid a conflict of interest. That was right after the all-time high. They may have known they had to raise rates a lot, and that was going to kill stocks. The real mistake is not following the Fed, not so much what they do, but what they do with their personal accounts. They're out of the market, all of them. Like these memes? There's more. Check out this other video on Wall Street Bets memes that I made. Thanks, and bye.